Hello everyone, Kaiju Yapper here. We have got more Kaiju Arisen 6.0 leaks. So, let's get into it. So starting off, they showed us one of Godzilla 2021 attacks. It seems like a jump then a tail swipe thingy. That's all for now for Godzilla 2021. Moving on to the next leaks. They also showed us the moveset for Shin Godzilla. I will talk about the list for the moveset. So sit tight, cause this list is a long one. Shin Godzilla will have a passive temperature bar that fills over time by using moves. Pressing the special keybind puts Godzilla into an idling stance, which makes the bar rapidly go down. Pressing the special keybind again puts Godzilla out of trance. The bar loses percent over time. As Godzilla gets heated up, his moves become quicker. When bar is full and Godzilla is overheated, player will take a good amount of passive damage and have a heat AoE that chips away bits of health from the others around, and when hit by a melee attack, the heat will act like thorns, dealing a percent of damage to the enemy that landed the attack. First move. Tail Defense. Default variant. Happens if no melee attack is currently being used except second. Godzilla curls his tail in a way which protects his front and right side. This doesn't put the move on cooldown or gives Godzilla any status effect, still allowing player to perform other ranged attacks. Tail stays in its defensive position indefinitely until the move is pressed again. Attack variant happens if the move is used again after the first sequence. Godzilla then swipes his colossal tail from left to right in an insane ranged attack. This move cancels any ranged attack that's being performed and lets go off enemy in the second move. Second move, Chomp Choke. Default variant. Godzilla takes a step forward, leaning back with jaw open, arching forward so fast, it seems like Godzilla is falling on his belly, biting the enemy in their top half and holding them down like that for a couple seconds, letting them go after. Blast variant happens if player uses fifth move while holding an enemy down, throwing the enemy away, depending on the beam variant. Smoke is weakest, concentrated beam is strongest. Third move, rapid temperature increase, default variant. Godzilla's plates light up as he takes an idling stance for a couple of seconds, making the temperature skyrocket. Back beams variant happens if the move is used again while temperature is high, or used while the temperature is high and Godzilla's not overheated. Godzilla quickly arches down, unleashing the lasers on his back into the sky, which creates a big area around player that deals AoE damage and stuns enemy. Fourth move. Rush, default variant. Godzilla takes a couple seconds, setting itself in the position to take off swiftly, smashing through anything it hits. The move startup becomes quicker with higher temperature. Fifth move. Beam variants. Default variant. If Godzilla is not warmed up, Godzilla will take a couple steps back while opening his split jaw, unleashing a sheet of massive smoke AoE attack, which slows down the enemy and deals insignificant amount of damage. As the temperature raises, smoke transitions into fire, which builds up a stagger bar on hit enemies, dealing a good amount of damage. Then a concentrated beam that makes the enemy lose posture for the entire duration of being hit by the beam. Then a concentrated beam that makes the enemy lose posture for the entire duration of being hit by the beam. The beam is toggled on and off. However, as Godzilla overheats, he starts taking more and more damage. The last leak is the early work of the GUI for the game. This is all for today, Kaiju Yapper out.